Sorry, seven. So when you make any engineering drawing, sometimes you must add some dimension. You can use any kind of units. You can use millimeters, centimeters, or any type you want, including inch, feet, or anything. So today I will give you a guidance how to give dimension in engineering drawing. So first, when you there is no
whiteboard.
Whiteboard. Yeah. Okay, no need whiteboard. So when you have from view, you have right view, and sometimes you also need the top view. So if you want to give any dimension, please choose for the first time at the front view. So for example, if you add this as a, this is the front view, top view, and this is the front view, but this hedge area was slice area for this area. It means that this area was cut into two pieces and then separate, and you can see the inside of this area. So if you want to give some dimension, please choose the front view first. You can add some additional line, and if you make dimension using pencil, please choose the thin line or hairline. So this line will be different between the main drawing. So you just use the hairline or thin line. Then add some dimension. For example, like this, you can add this dimension, this diameter, and sometimes if the drawing is circle, you must add some symbol. For example, this is symbol for diameter, if you want to show the diameter. But if you want to show the radius, you can add some R in front of the unit. So it means that radius 17 millimeter, and this is diameter is 70 millimeter, for example. And also, you may add some additional line, not only touching the picture, but you can also using this axis line. For example, because this is the circle, so you must add the axis line. So if you want to give the distance between one hole and the second hole, you can add this information. So your additional line will similar line with the axis line. So you can also use this kind of dimension.
About the additional line. So basically, I'm a bit confused about like the difference of the usage between the long short line and the long dot line. And what's the difference between that?
Long.
Yeah.
Continuous.
Yes.
Continuous line is used for drawing line, and the other is uncontinuous. Sometimes only dot and short line, dot and short line. So, for example, this one. This is the short line. It means this is for the short and dot. This one. Dot, short, dot, short. This is for axis line. Yeah. Sometimes some drawer using axis line, short line, dot, short line, dot.
Also the axis.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
In my previous PowerPoint, I also give you some example. Sometimes using double short line, sometimes using short line and short line. Yeah.
For dimension, do we need to give like consistent length? For example, the row and another dimension row need to be consistent 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter.
Yeah, it's a good one. I will explain in the next slide actually. So, and there are also some guidance to give the dimension. The other is please use the same font and font size. Font type and font size, please use the same. For example, if you use maybe 12 font size, the other also, please use only the same font size. And also same font type. For example, if you use Times New Roman, please use all the Times New Roman. And the position, please, if you see, if you put the dimension at the middle of the dimension line, so for all of them, you also put at the middle. If there is enough space, for example, if the space is too small, so you cannot add some dimension inside this, so you cannot put in this area. You put at the right side area or maybe left side area, which is the enough space. But if you found enough space, if you choose at the middle, please use only at middle for all. And also if you choose for the dimension at the upside of the line, so please do for the other, only at the upside. And for the vertical line, if you choose at the left side, so for the other, also only will be only at left side of the line. So you must be consistent if you give some dimension. Okay, do you have any question? Okay, we continue. And this is for the normal dimension. Sometimes if you make some drawing line, please give some distance between additional line and your drawing. But if you prefer give no distance, please make sure that the drawing line thickness and your additional line thickness is different. So it's easy to distinguish between drawing line and dimension line. So it's up to you. You can use some distance. It means that this line not connect to this drawing line. Maybe stop some millimeter before touching the area. It's okay. But if you prefer to connect, please use the different thickness for the additional ring. And besides we use this type of dimension, we also can use the other type. For example, for this one, you can use special arrow to give the information of this hole. For example, 20 board. It means that this hole is in a diameter of 20, and you must make a hole using bore tool or drilling tool. So you can give some information here. Or like this, using a special arrow. And for the dimension, if your drawing is not horizontal and vertical, sometimes they need an angle for your dimension line. Sometimes because maybe the drawing has some area there is a slope or angle side, so you must give the angle side line. So you can also use the same type. And please never give dimension at this head area. For example, like this, never give any dimension inside this area. If you have to put some dimension inside this area, please don't use this type, but maybe you can use special arrow and point out into another area and outside the drawing area. So for example, this one, you can point out to the outside, or this one, you point out to the other side. Never give dimension inside this area. Also inside your drawing area. This is okay because this is hole. It means that in this area there is no shape, anything, because this is hole. So you can put some dimension inside, or like this, take into the outside. But for this case, this arrow was pointing this line. It means that radius 17 is not this one, but for this circle. For this one, radius 32, you can see the arrow was pointed in this area. It means that radius 32, not this, but this one. You must see the end of the arrow.
So for the case of the item on the top, can we put like a dimension outside the shape?
Yes, also. Yeah. Sometimes you also make a drawing using axonometry system. You can use dimetry, trimetry, or isometry. So your picture will be like this. Please remember that if you create a 3-dimension drawing, sometimes some engineer was avoid to give many dimension in 3-dimensional condition. They only put dimension only in orthogonal projection using Europe or you assist them. But if the drawing is in 3D, sometimes they avoid to give the dimension. This is for dimension in angle. Dimension in angle 30, 60, and something else. So this is the Excel line. This is the Excel line. You must put the Excel line if the drawing is circle or cylinder. You must put the Excel line. This one. So you can put the additional line. The first time you can contact between the additional line and the drawing line, but please make sure that the thickness is different if you choose the first line. You can also choose the second time. No need to connect. Give some little space like this. So if this thickness is almost similar, it's no problem because this is the dimension line. But if almost similar the thickness between this additional line and your drawing, and it is connected, sometimes it's difficult to understand which the drawing and which the dimension line. And this is some example to give a dimension in a small area. For example, like this. If the area was small, sometimes you cannot add some arrow because the arrow will be too big if you put in this area, because you must put the same arrow from the other. So if you insist to give some arrow inside this area, so the drawing will be maybe not enough, or sometimes it's not good to see. So if you face like this condition, you don't need to put some arrow. You can put some dot line, small dot line, or you can put just slash. But if there is some enough space, you can add the arrow line. And for the small space, you don't need to do that. You just put some slash only for the small space. You can use slash or dot. And then the other example, you can see that there is some dimension in here. The other guidance is please avoid to give dimension that will be overlap each other. For example, this 140 and you add some 60 at outside. So the 60 dimension line will be cut 140 line and also 280 line if you put your 60 at outside. So please arrange the smallest one at the inside. After that, the bigger until the biggest one. So using this guidance, you will not crossing any line. Sometimes this is, I see some drawing of the student. Sometimes 60 was the outside and the inside was the longest. So you don't have to do that. So please arrange from the smallest until the biggest. Also like this. If there is small dimension, please put first, then bigger up until the biggest one. And also for this line, you can see like this, or you can see only just spatial arrow like this for the circle. You can also use like this one, but in this case there is no symbol in front of the unit. It means that this is not a circle. Maybe ellipse, sometimes ellipse. So they not put any symbol, diameter or radius.
For the additional line, does it have to be 1 centimeter or
What one centimeter?
for the body, between the body and the additional line, does it have to be 1 centimeter?
The distance
The distance between the
between the dimension
yeah and the
line.
body and the body.
And the body.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You mean that this additional line and this drawing body?
Yes, the
Okay.
distance of it.
There is no certain distance. You must 1 millimeter or 1 centimeter or any kind. If you want to give distance, please give small space, not too far but not too close, because too close maybe sometimes people confuse. So there is no certain distance how long you can put some inspiration. Even if you using software, AutoCAD or SolidWorks, you can setting the distance by yourself. But sometimes AutoCAD or SolidWorks give the default distance, sometimes connected, sometimes distance. But you still can modify by yourself. You can give by yourself.
And for the circle additional line, does it have any specific angle if you want to write the additional line?
Yeah. Do you mean like this?
Yes. Does it have any angle to the horizontal?
Usually, they use the spatial angle only. 30, 45, and 60.
60.
Usually. But sometimes, if there is enough space, they use the middle. So, 45. But sometimes you cannot put at the 45 because there is maybe some drawing area or any kind of line. So you can choose the other angle. You can use 30, 45 and 60 usually. Okay, continue. So if you find drawing with any head-sink area, it means that this drawing was divided into 2 pieces, cut by some area. So the rest of the 2 pieces only in the picture. So if you put, if you see this head, it means that this drawing was cut into 2 pieces, and you remove the front side. So there is only remain the rest of the back side. Okay, I think it's same explanation. So sometimes, if your drawing is have many space, you can use this guidance. For example, for height of the font using 3.5. But sometimes, if it depends on your drawing. If you are drawing quite small, maybe 3.5. Maybe it's too big or maybe too small sometimes. So it's depend on your drawing. But please use only one size and one font size, font type. Then this is the example of this is the Excel, and this Excel has many diameter. For example, this diameter, this one, and then so it has so many diameter. For example, in automobile component, sometimes some parts there is some axle with so many different diameter for the shaft. So every shaft has specific diameter. So you can put the distance, the long dimension of the every diameter. So you can put like this. So and then you can use the same line, but give the arrow sometimes point to the left side, right side. It means that this plane was mentioned in this area. But if some area is too small, no need to add some arrow. Just give slash. It's also okay. If you're facing the small area, like this. This arrow and this arrow, this belong to this area. This arrow is belong to this area. But if you want to put some arrow in here, it's not enough. So you can simply not edit any arrow because there was presented by this arrow also. So this area no need arrow, or we can add some slash or dot. It's also okay. Yeah, and also like this. Please arrange the dimension in a good way. So the smallest one, bigger, until the biggest one. So the line will be no crossing each other. Also like this. This is the example if there are so many holes in one area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So many holes. You must put the size of every hole. If the hole is similar, for example, 13.5, this is also 13.5, this one also 1, 2, 3, 4. If the size was similar, you can also put only one time. You can choose any hole, which is if there is 4 holes, you can choose only one hole. For example, this one. Then you give some arrow like this, but in front of the unit, you can put the number of holes, which is the same dimension, diameter line. For example, if this is 4 holes, same size, you can put 4 in front of the 13.5. So 4 does how much the diameter? Diameter 13.5. It means that 4 hole with the same diameter is 13.5, which is the same hole. Yeah, we can use simply just by looking for the size, because this hole and this hole is easy to separate. This one is smaller, but this one is big. But 13.5 and 11, maybe if you not put some information, maybe this one and this one almost maybe similar, almost. But if the difference is easy to distinguish, you can just put how many number of hole. See, for example, like this. This is 3 hole similar. So you can choose only one hole, maybe in this area. 3 dash diameter 15.5. It's also you can use that kind. This is for the Cartesian coordinate x, y, and z, and this is the location of every letter A. It means in this area. So the position at x-axis is 20, in y-axis is 22. 20 also. So it means that's this area. This is also similar. Maybe this one is different. Sometimes in engineering drawing, you find this letter M42 multiplied by 3. If you find like this, it means that this is a hole with the treating line. Do you know treating line? In Indonesia, we can say ulir. Treating. Do you know treating? Wait, I will give some example of any. There is a hole, but at the linear of the hole, there is some helical area. So this is called threading. Yeah, threading. So you can, you see this mechanism. So if you found this symbol M, and it means that this is threading type is metric threading type. So M42 is the size of the threading. It means that this is matrix, and the diameter of the threading is 42 millimeters, because matrix using millimeter unit, and multiply by 3. 3 it means the distance of the threading using 3 millimeter. But in the drawing, we don't have to make drawing like zigzag. No need, just using this straight line. And if you found this M42 multiplied by 3, it means that the size of the 3D is matrix 42 and the distance of the pitch size is 3 millimeter. Also for the diameter, you can use this symbol, circle, then dash, and the other you can also add D letter. It means the diameter. You can use this one if you like. You can also use it just D letter. It means the diameter. For the radius, you just put some R letter. Means that using radius like this. This is for the radius. If you use arrow to give the dimension of the diameter or maybe radius, if you use arrow, please make your arrow start from the center of this circle. For example, this circle, center was at this approximately. So this line, if you give some extension, this line will point out into the center of this line. But you don't have to make longer line. But please make sure that if you extend this line, will be touching at the center of the circle. Also like this, will be if the circle, so maybe around this area, this is the center of the circle, point out into outside the circle. Sometimes inside the circle, sometimes outside into the circle is also okay. But like this circle, so it means that approximately the center of the circle may be around this area, and this one may be around this area. This one may be. And sometimes you form some dimension without any arc letter. Without any arc letter. For example, 50, it means that the length between these two domes of the circle. So it means that the distance was 50. And the radius, the diameter of the circle was 13. So sometimes you can use this one. For this special shape, this is full, but the hole was long. It can create by using drilling tools. You can make a hole and then the drill was moved into another area. So this area will be have mark like this. And also for the shape like this, maybe a rectangle area, you can simply put box symbol and the size of the area. It means that this is for the cubic because the same size between the length and the width. You can put a rectangle symbol and size is 40. And sometimes you can add some S symbol in the CPU. It means that the shape, if you create shape, but not fully spherical, so only a dome, for example, a dome. So this area will be sphere with the diameter of the circle using 60. Also, sphere area diameter 24. These are only this area. And this one, SF, S means sphere, R is radius. The radius size is 16. So, what is radius? And C it stands for chamfer. Do you know chamfer? Chamfer is shaped like this. So at the end of some shaft, we need to cut into specific angle. So the shape will be like this. This is called as a chamfer. And the size of chamfer was shown in front of C2. It means that the chamfer size is 2 millimeter. Which is the 2 millimeter? This one. Not this, not this diagonal area, but if you give some horizontal and vertical line in this one. So the 2 millimeter was the distance at the horizontal and vertical line. It is the same size. So it means that will be 45 degrees. So if you see the C2, it means that chamfer 2 millimeter. So like this. Or just simply like this. 2, it means that two sides have 45 degrees. Sure. Okay, this is for the other angle, sometimes not 45, so you must put the angle size. And then sometimes we also create a drawing for the thin plate or thin plate. For example, like this. These board, these things have thickness only 3 millimeter. Only 3 millimeter. So when we create drawing, for example, this is the maybe for this drawing you only need one drawing, also only need front view only. So at the front view you can add the length and the width, and for the thickness you add like this 3 T3. It means that the thickness 3 millimeter. Or like this. Because if you see from the front view or another view, thickness too small. So if you create drawing, maybe your drawing only like a
Line.
too small. So if you drawing like this, the thickness was very thin or small, you only front view, no need top view or right or side, because the thickness small. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I have so many examples in my presentation. We can go to like this. If you have so many holes with the same size, you don't need to give one by one dimension. You just simply add how many the hole, for example 70, and how many diameter. Just multiply by 8. One, two, three, four, five, six. 6 multiplied by 18. This means that this is the. Oh, sorry. This is not diameter. This is the distance. Sorry. This is the distance between one and another circle. In this example, the distance was similar, 18. So you don't have to give one by one distance. You can simply add like this: 6 multiplied by 18. And please give some this symbol. It has a meaning. It means that 6 is 6 whole, 18 is the distance. But sometimes, if you give your drawing into someone to make this design, for example, in the workshop, you ask someone to make this design. Sometimes, in the real case, the distance between one circle and the other circle sometimes is not 6 multiplied by 18. Sometimes less, but sometimes bigger. That's why you put this symbol. It means that it's okay if it is less or more. If this design was made by someone, because maybe you know, but the using mathematics, this is simply 6 multiplied by 18 is 108. But in the real condition, that will be different. Sometimes similar, sometimes longer, because some toleration of the tools. So they all give the symbol. Now, okay. Salah, it means wrong. Okay. Benar, it means right. So this is wrong, this is right. Okay. Can you explain what is the difference between these two pictures? Why this is wrong and why this is correct? Do you know? Yeah?
The thickness of the arrow.
The thickness of the arrow?
Yes. And the distance between the dimension and the object.
Yeah. If you see 40, 40, 50, 50. Yeah? This distance and this distance. This is bigger, this This is hollow. But this is similar. But sometimes, in some case, maybe because the area was limited, sometimes you cannot keep the same distance because your area was, the space was limited sometimes. So it's okay. But if you have enough space, please keep the same distance. Okay, next. This is wrong, this is correct. Can you give the explanation? Yeah?
Because the additional line for the dimension is on top of the other line.
Yeah, right. Because you can see the wrong side, there is some crossing area. This line was crossing by this line. This line crossing two lines. But in this line, there is no overlapping or crossing line. So this is the correct. This is wrong. And also not good to see. Then, this is good, this is not good, not clear. Can you see what is the explanation? Yeah.
So for the first, the A feature one, like the arrow for the dimension line, I think it's enough to put it inside and they put it outside and make it like overlap on the
Yeah, some dimension line was overlapping at this area, overlapping with this drawing line sometimes. And also if you see the distance between this area and the line was too far. This is also too far. You can at this area it's also some. It's easy, but this is too far. This area, maybe it's okay. This one is okay, but this is too far. You can add into another. So sometimes, if you cannot add the upper side or at the bottom side, you can give length, dimension line here. But please never put the dimension inside this one. You can only put the arrow, line. You can only put the line. For the dimension, you can put in this empty area, or you can simply add line. Left side is okay, or left side is if enough time, enough space. Maybe this, in this case, enough space is the left side, so you can simply add a line and give the how many diameter in this. Never put in this area. You can add in this area or in this empty space. Okay, how about this one? This is wrong, B is correct. Which one is the different? Yeah.
The dimension arrow is not parallel to the next dimension line.
Yeah, not parallel, like this one.
Yeah.
And also if you point out, this arrow was inside
Oh,
into the drawing line. Yeah? You must avoid this one. You can add into another empty space. So this is not correct. And also maybe some arrow was too big, bigger and different size. Okay, how about this one? Wrong, correct. Why this is wrong?
Maybe it's because it's too big and it will be like hard to see.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe it is done too far,
Yeah.
like this.
and then
Maybe this is simple, only two. But because this is 1, 2, 3, so the fourth line will be more
Far,
distance.
yeah.
Okay. Wrong, correct, correct. Why this is wrong?
maybe it's because on the first picture on the top, the dimension line is like aligned with the object line,
Hmm?
and then the other one not aligned with the object. So we can see it clearly. It's different from the first one.
Yeah, you're right. For the top picture, the dimension line was parallel with the drawing line. So sometimes it's difficult to distinguish between drawing line and between the drawing line and dimension line. And for the bottom area, bottom side, yeah, you can see as well. Maybe this is good shape, but not correct for the dimension, because the dimension line also parallel with the drawing line, and this one also parallel with this drawing line. So sometimes it's difficult to understand. You can use like this. No overlapping and line. Or you can shift your drawing line into this area, inside area, or into the outside area. How about this one? This is wrong. This is correct. Why this is wrong? A1 is wrong.
So yeah,
Yeah.
like the X on the middle of the
Hmm?
arrow instead of not making from like the X.
This one? This one?
Yeah.
This one? What happened with this one?
Also, the dimensional line align with the object and then the helping line. Is it? Yeah, it's not an object line.
Yeah, right. please avoid give the dimension into uncontinuous line. For example, this is okay because this is the continuous drawing line, but this one is not continuous. So please don't give any dimension into this according this line. So it will be difficult to understand. So like this is also uncontinuous line. You give dimension in this area. This uncontinuous, and also uncontinuous. So please never give any dimension. If you have a difficult using this drawing type, you can cut the drawing line into two pieces, and you can see the inner side. So the inner side was directly see from your eyes, but if you not cut, your eyes cannot see the inner side. So that's why you have to cut first and then open, and when you can see the inner side, you can give the dimension. But in this case, this is all the not continuous line. It means that this line cannot seen by our eyes. So never give any dimension if your eyes cannot see the same. But you can make a drawing using not continuous line. That's why this is wrong. Okay, how about this? Wrong, correct. What is the difference?
The long line has to be equal. The long lines has to be the same, I think.
The long line, the long line. This one?
No, the circle.
Yeah.
The below and the top is kind of different, I think. I don't know.
Top line.
Top line, this one?
Yes, and I think it has to be equal. The long size has to be equal to each.
Oh, okay. The long side.
So we can see it.
I don't know.
It will be see through the option.
No. This is pay attention. What is the difference? This is wrong. This is correct. Why this is wrong and this is correct? If you give some extension, this will be pointed the center. But if you use this one, this is not pointed the center. That's why this is wrong. This is the correct. Even if you put the arrow in this area, it's okay. But please make sure that the arrow will be pointed into the center of the circle. Okay. Finish. That's all my presentation today. So next week you will have a middle exam. I forget when the schedule, maybe next week, maybe around
Monday.
Thursday or Wednesday, I forget. And about the middle test, you don't have green drawing paper because we will examination paper was preserved by department, so you don't have bring the drawing paper, but you must bring your pencil, pens, ruler, eraser, and sometimes the compass, because there is maybe one or two number, you have to make the drawing using the projection. There is some projection system, maybe US or Europe type, and you been asked to make maybe the top view or the front view for the drawing. The rest already special for you. You just add the missing view, maybe the top view or front view. So you need make your using your pencil and your ruler. And the other is writing test. So please read my presentation. Some theory of the presentation sometimes will be question as the examination. Okay. Do you have any question for today?
Can you send the PowerPoint?
Yeah, of course. Okay, I will send that. Filling by the symbol. The symbol for the for this in English. Okay. There is so many tolerance symbol. For example, like this. This is the surface roughness, the symbol. And the second column was filled by the dimension or the unit size of this condition. So it means that if the arrow pointed only the surface, it means that the surface it can be wavy, but when the wavy size not more than 7.75, so these things you can still use because the tolerance is 0.05. So it means that if you measure the wavy length is more than 7.75, so this is the reject. Or it is, we cannot use these things because we already set the tolerance. Surface straightness is 0.05. And the other tolerance, we have so many symbols for tolerance. We have perpendicular tolerance. So the first column, second column, and the third column. This is for symbol perpendicular for this area pointed by the arrow. And this is the size of the perpendicular. And this one is the reference point or base point. If this is A, we must find in this drawing where is the reference point A. If this is B, we have to find the B point. Sometimes in one drawing there is so many reference points, A, B, C, A1, A2, and another. So you just simply see this reference point. If A, you must find A. If B, you must find where is the B. This is for perpendicular. It means that this area must be perpendicular with this area because the A point was at this line. So it means that this line and this line will be perpendicular, or the angle will be 90 degrees. But this is some tolerance, 0.02. It means that if some angle is different, it is okay as long as the distance is no more than 0.02. this line using this reference point.